Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Dreams to Keys Realty YouTube channel. I am your host, Jalon Strong, the Essential Millennial Realtor of Dreams to Keys Realty. Welcome. While you're coming in, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any content that we post here. And also make sure to leave a comment or question in the comment section is interested in this type of content. StreamYard looks to be a little delayed, but we're going to continue on with the video. Hopefully the audio is fine. Welcome to the Dreams to Keys Realty YouTube channel. Here we like to highlight different links that we have in our links in the bios on social media, as well as in the description box here on YouTube. The one that we will be highlighting today is Rent Reporters. Rent Reporters is a separate company that we have an affiliate link with where you can make sure that your on-time rental payments, if you're currently renting or used to rent, that they reflect on your credit report. That is not something that is automatically done. That is something that is a service that Rent Reporters provides. So if you have made on-time rental payments and you would like for those payments to reflect on your credit report and thereby increase your credit score, then make sure that you go to the link in the description box here on YouTube or the link in the bio on our social media platforms and find the tab that says Rent Reporters. You can find us on other social media pages such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, Substack, and of course here on YouTube. And anywhere you see a description box or a description, there you will find the link that we're referring to. That link is also moving about at the bottom of your screen. It is beacons.ai/Jalon Strong. To find this link for Rent Reporters, please go to that link, the beacons.ai/Jalon Strong link, and click the tab that says Rent Reporters. It will take you from that site to their site, and it will show you how they can assist you in providing the services to make sure that your on-time rental payments go toward your credit score and your credit report. StreamYard seems to be struggling here on the video, but we are live and hopefully the audio is up to date. If you have any issues with the audio as well, please let me know down in the comment section. Another interesting link or information that we have for you is that we have a discount code for this month only, where you can put in the code section at our website only, dtkrealty.com/shop. And if you're looking to purchase any of our tangible items, such as anything from the My Dreams Have Keys collection, which includes journals, hoodies, crew necks, shirts, baseball style shirts, and you never know what else we might add in the future. So for any of those tangible products that we would have to send to you via shipping, you can use the discount code FAIR, FAIR, because April is Fair Housing Month. Place that code at checkout in the coupon code section for free shipping on all of our products that we ship to you from dtkrealty.com/shop. StreamYard looks like it's really struggling, so my apologies for that. Next, bring your attention to a new business that I have started, which is called Crown First Lady. This business is a product-based business where it's selling scalp oil. For many of you that are familiar with me on a more personal level, you're aware that I have encountered alopecia. And in my quest to overcome alopecia, I created my own scalp oil, which I've learned that others enjoy as well. And I've decided to place that into a business, which is now called Crown First Lady. So if you are interested in scalp oils, if you struggle with alopecia, if you have just an interest in trying something new on your scalp, and we have that for you at Crown First Lady with organic refined oils blended together to help soothe irritated scalps as well as promote hair growth. So to find our scalp oil from Crown First Lady, please go to crownfirstlady.net and you will see how to access those scalp oil bottles. We have 1 ounce and 4 ounce bottles on pre-order right now, and soon we will release it to active order instead of just the pre-order phase. But we are here to talk about one specific thing, which is bingo for future homeowners, the step 4 in our 12-part series, which we're going to continue throughout this year. I am going to add to my screen our slides that we will review. And if you have been following along, we've already covered reviewing credit, assessing budget, and scheduling a consultation with Dreams to Keys Realty to talk with me for up to 1 hour about your journey or desires for home ownership. So those are covered in previous videos. Please go to those videos on our channel here on YouTube to find that content. What we like to do is break down the home ownership journey for a future home buyer in a step-by-step approach. So these videos are pretty quick or pretty short, but the work that you need to do in the background may take a little bit more time. Of course, you can go through the process of just reaching out to a realtor, a lender, and go much quicker if you are someone who wants to buy a home in a quicker time frame. Then we would get through this material this year. However, make sure that you're informed, and if you follow along with this series, you're going to be quite informed about where you stand and where you can position yourself in your home ownership journey buying residential property. So let's get started here. The 4 for our bingo for future homeowners is getting pre-approved. Today, you're going to be able to focus on a few that will show the next slide. Okay, I don't see the slide. All right, so it looks like it went really fast through the slides. So let's try this again. All right, now slide 2. Here we go. So these are the objectives of this discussion. And I'm actually going to move myself out of the way since StreamYard's having some issues with the video. So I'm going to move myself out of the screen a little bit. So yes, that works. So here you can see that the objectives of this portion of the Bingo for Future Homeowner series in home ownership is to understand what you would need to do to prepare for the pre-approval process. We ask of you for the pre-approval process to begin. So now we're at who needs pre-approval. Do you know if you need pre-approval? If you are someone who can buy a home cash right now for the value of that home, then you likely don't need pre-approval. However, you could still choose it if you so desire. But for most of us, we would require some type of financing, which therefore means that we need pre-approval. Now, what you may be familiar with is another term called pre-qualification. There is a difference between pre-qualification and pre-approval. In the step that is pretty much where you're being asked about different aspects of your income, debt, assets, and employment, or if you're also self-employed, you'd be asked about that as well. And from what you are describing tells if you could be to substantiate that you would actually meet the same qualification as you are in the pre-qualification stage, that you would meet in the pre-approval stage. So just because you may have that is also the same value that you would be pre-approved for. The pre-approval stage is one in and things are assessed with the documentation to support them and provided to the lender. That documentation is provided to the lender, and they're assessing that also with your credit reports. They are able to do a tri-merge credit pool, so you would not be providing the lender with your credit reports. They would be able to do it, that impacting on your credit as well for that inquiry of a credit inquiry. So the pre-approval stage is where we are right now as far as the beginning step of asking or requesting financing. If you are someone that cannot just buy a home outright on your own, then you likely would need financing and therefore would need pre-approval. Slide to update. Okay. So let's talk about discussing your finances and credit with the lender. In the previous steps, we have reviewed assessing your budget and reviewing your credit. We first looked at reviewing your credit, which included reports, and then we looked at assessing your budget. So those notes that you took during those steps prepared you for this step. It also prepared you for step 3, which was the discussion with the real estate agent or realtor such as myself. So here in step 4, you're taking that discussion further to another real estate expert who is now the lender or the lender's representative. They may have different titles, such as mortgage lender, mortgage branch manager, or things of that nature. Here, you've taken those notes. So at this point, you know what marks on your credit are considered negative marks. You've written down where they're showing, which credit reports they're showing on, and you're aware of each bureau's reporting of your credit score, at least at the time that you did the assessment. Should things have changed, you can also review that again as well. But that was to prepare you for this step. And if you've done these in a faster order, say that you're reviewing this at a much later time when we finish the entire series, you're most likely doing all of this well before time has passed to talk to the lender. Essentially, in the conversation with the lender, you need to describe what are those negative marks and the dates that they're reflecting on your credit report. Why is that? Sometimes we don't want to talk about the negative things. We don't want to talk about negative marks on our credit. But it's important that you know that you do not tell the lender now. The lender will at some point find that out. And it's better to be upfront. Whereas if you are to delay telling that type of information, it could hinder your closing or impact your process in some way. So make sure that you are communicating with your lender up front the challenges you've had or the challenges that are on your credit reports so that they can assess that with you and give you some advice from their expertise on how to handle that based on where you would like to see yourself in your home ownership journey. Hopefully that, even though it is a negative mark, such as late payment, it could also be bankruptcy. The lender know about those negative marks when they showed up, and that will help them to describe to you your best route to take from their perspective to acquire the home that you desire in the time frame that you desire. They may also give you feedback on things you could do to minimize the impact or a better time frame to consider to even pursuing a residential property. Also, in step 2, you assess your budget. You assess if you have enough savings to have some money put away for your home ownership journey. Another thing to consider is, will you be receiving gift funds? Are there people around you in your life, friends and family, or what have you, that would like to contribute to this process for you? Have those discussions with them up front so that when you talk with the lender, you can say, and I'm likely going to receive gift funds from this person who's interested in helping me purchase my next home. That way, the lender is prepared and has that on their mind, because certain loan programs have different restrictions and limitations on gift funds, and the lender would need to know that type of information to better advise you on what programs you could use and also how to utilize gift funds for the purchase of your home. Now, after you've prepared for meeting with the lender, what your real estate agent should have already done after or during that consultation in step 3 is connected you with the preferred lender. Oftentimes, we may connect you through text or email to introduce both of you to each other and kind of give an overview of what you're looking for when you like to move into your next home, things of that nature. From there, it's expected that you two will connect and schedule some time to discuss further how you can work together into finding the home that you desire. And because the lender is the financial expert in the real estate transaction, we would like for you to discuss specific things about the financing portion with the lender specifically. So those types of conversations, a real estate agent, even if they have certain certifications or designations, would like to point you back to the lender for those discussions. For example, if you receive a pre-approval, of course, yes, that is something that your real estate agent would need to know. However, reviewing your loan fee estimate sheet is not something that your real estate agent would be doing for you. That is something that you would need to discuss with the lender. If you have questions or you don't understand what they have provided you, it's best that you go back to them to get clarity on the document they have provided you. It is not advised that you take documentation from one real estate expert, present it to another, and expect the explanation to match, because that second real estate expert is not aware of how that process was done, is not the author of that document, and also, and many times may not be the expert in that area. So please always, when you're dealing with financing, discuss any questions you have in the real estate residential property space. Discuss those questions with the financial expert, which would be the lender. So after you've been connected to the preferred lender by the agent, make sure that you respond to the lender. Make sure that you schedule the time to speak with them. They may prefer a phone call. They may even want a video call. And a lot of times in this day and age, video calls help us to confirm that this is a real person. We have AI now. There's a lot of scammers and a lot of spamming things that happen. So don't be afraid if someone asks for a video call. They want to make sure that you're real. This is a big deal. And like I mentioned for other videos, for many of us, the biggest financial transaction that we're involved in is the purchase of our home. So they need to make sure you're a real person. So please make sure that you connect with them, respond to them. They often would like to schedule a consultation time with you first via phone or video call. Please attend it. Please show up on video call if that's what's requested. And then to get started in the pre-approval phase or the application phase, they will likely refer you to a way to start the application process. They will request some documentation of you, so be prepared to have that. And I will discuss some examples of documentation they may likely ask you. But here you see in the middle that we have on our link in the bio or the link in the description already from one of our preferred lenders, an application process. So if you want to get connected, them know that you found them through us, through Dreams to Keys Realty, through myself, the Essential Millennial Realtor, and it will help them get connected to you and know that you're ready in the home buying phase to get started with an application. And even if you're saying, I want to get connected to them, but I'm not sure if I should start the application, there is an option to just get connected with them so that they can reach back out to you as well. So don't fear that link. It is in the link in the description and the link in the bio where you see the NAF link or tab. Now, here are some documents that you should expect your preferred lender or our preferred lenders to ask of you. A lot of times they're asking documentation to confirm things they may see on your credit report or things that influence our typical loan program options, things that can help solidify your standing, your responsibility, the way you handle income, debt, and assets. You may have heard the term income to debt ratio. So they may be looking at that as well at this phase, but essentially they want to confirm your income. So they need to ask of certain documents such as pay stubs or W-2s. They may give you certain time frames, such as the last 3 months pay stubs or the last 3 pay stubs. They may also say the last 2 W-2s from the previous years. And then for savings or asset related documents, they're going to ask for things such as bank statements. For employment, they may ask for an employment verification letter. And if you're self-employed, they may have some other documentation to solidify your self-employment. For tax related documents, they may ask for tax returns from the previous years. They may also ask you for confirmation of your payments related to debt, such as student loan debt. So they may ask for documentation to solidify what you're paying each month to cover that debt. So these are the types of documents that you can expect that your lender, or even if you haven't decided that this particular lender will be the lender that you use when purchasing your next property, each lender will likely ask you this information. So your next steps in this process are to review your savings and credit report notes, discuss with your support system if gift funds would be available and how much, and also follow up with the preferred lenders that the real estate agent connects you with, schedule and attend the consultation times with those lenders. I would suggest for my clients, if you're looking to shop around, say you want to have different options or see what each lender has available as far as their options, then you could try within a 3-day period from that first credit inquiry from a lender, try in that time to just see what their numbers look like for your pre-approval and compare them apples, because you would be comparing them within the same time frame. And I also provided you some requested documents to the lenders that they will likely ask of you for pre-approval. For everyone, no matter if you are someone looking to buy, sell, rent to own, or you're just here on this platform because you find this interesting or you know someone else around you does, please stay connected with us. So if you're looking to buy or sell or even rent to own a property, a residential property in Gwinnett or DeKalb County of Georgia, stay tuned and schedule a consultation at the link you see on the screen, which is dtkrrealty.com/book, is in the link in the description box or the link in the bio. It is also on our website. If you go to the dtkrrealty.com site and click the tab Book Me, it will take you right there. It will offer you some time where you can schedule a consultation. The consultation is free for up to 1 hour with me to talk about your home ownership journey and where you would like to see yourself. And then if you do not show up at the time you schedule, then there is a $15 no-show fee, which is non-refundable. For those of you that already know you're not in my area, or that you're looking for services that you feel I cannot provide, or even if we have the consultation and I describe to you that those are services outside of my wheelhouse, then you are someone that I would be able to offer a referral to, should you be open to that. And if you want to skip right to that step, just text 770-758-5641. Text the word referral, REFERRAL, and we will connect with you. We will call you and start the referral process. The referral process starts with us having the conversation. Then I will review a document with you where you confirm that you are really looking for a referral. You're looking for me to find you a real estate agent in your area for the services that you're looking for. Once you review that document and sign it, then I go on a hunt to find that real estate agent, real estate broker, or realtor for you in your area and for the services that you need. And once I find that real estate agent, real estate broker, or realtor for you, then I connect you both together so that you can begin working. Now, this is where you do not pay anything. However, out of the deal that you finalize or close with that other agent, there is a part of their commission that we would agree upon that would come back to me for the referral. So hopefully that makes sense. It's not a direct payment that you're making to me or anything like that. It's a part of their commission. They're agreeing that will come to me because I referred you to them. Hopefully that makes sense. And again, I should say compensation, not commission, compensation. For everyone, please subscribe, follow, like, comment, and share our content from all of our social media platforms. We are on Instagram, Facebook, of course, here on YouTube, TikTok. I have a LinkedIn profile where there's other information shared, Blue Sky, and Substack. So we are on several platforms. The link in the bio is the same as the link in the description box. Please subscribe to this channel and make sure that you are connected with us in some way if you're interested in this type of content. We cover our market, and we also cover this bingo for future homeowner series. We cover a variety of topics here on Dreams to Keys Realty. We cover some news topics, and we're thinking about covering some other interesting topics that you only will find out if you're here subscribed. So make sure that you subscribe to our channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the description box. And whenever we see them, we will get back to you with the appropriate response in a timely manner. If nothing else, thank you all for joining me on another Bingo for Future Homeowners series. We talked about step 4, which was the step where you get pre-approved. And this is how you get pre-approved. Hopefully you find that our material is broken up in a very step-by-step approach where it makes it easy for you to understand what your steps are in the home ownership journey and also make it easy for you to complete them. So thank you all for joining Dreams to Keys Realty YouTube channel. Dreams to Keys Realty is where your dreams turn into keys. I am Jalon Strong, the Essential Millennial Realtor, and I'm signing off, but I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a great day and a great rest of your week.